Today, I'm filing for divorce. I'm going to walk out of here and never come back. Chances are, if you are a midlife woman in the middle of perimenopause, these exact thoughts have gone through your mind. And I apologize for the clickbait, but today I wanted to talk about some of the unhinged thoughts that come into our minds as a woman in midlife that's going through perimenopause. And chances are you've thought those exact same things. And many of the things that I'm going to share today in this video, I hope that you will watch and have a few laughs with me, because I can guarantee that you've thought the same things. But thankfully, we do not act on all of those unhinged thoughts. So stick around, let's have a few laughs. And I hope that you haven't subscribed already. I hope you'll do so. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. Now let's get to this one. For us midlife ladies that are in perimenopause, there's a whole lot going on. We've got brain fog, memory loss. We've probably gained a few pounds. Our moods are up and down. Basically, our hormones are out of whack. And getting through a solid day without any kind of rage is a win in my books. Our hormones are raging. They're completely out of whack. We are in a bit of a midlife crisis, and Lord help our families, our friends, and our coworkers, because many days it's not fun. But I had to make a list because there are so many things that come to mind, and I know that you'll all be able to relate, and some of them probably you've thought yourself. But if only, some of these irrational thoughts we could act on, it would be fun. But and the biggest one is the divorce. Every day I'm getting a divorce. Because, the husband, he just looks at you the wrong way. He breathes on you. He's snoring. He's not doing what you need him to do. Everything is his fault. But thankfully, those irrational thoughts, we don't take any action on those. But I made my list because it's quite funny, actually. And of course, the thought of just walking out of here and never coming back. Because I think we just want our freedom. We just want some sort of sympathy and compassion for what we're going through. And it's like, why is it that the women are the ones going through this all the time? What are the men going through? If you're a man, let me know in the comments, because I'm a bit curious. But yes, so let's get to my list, because it is quite funny. Let's see here. Yes, I think many times, of course, I love my kids to death and I want them to be here forever. But I also worry, what if they never leave? It's quite nice having them here. My kids are 17 and 20, but also it's a lot of work when your kids are still here. And the worry never stops. That will never change. But also it's less stressful when they're not here. When they're gone for a day or two and they're here and there, there's finally some peace, some quiet. So I worry, I have no plans to kick them out, but I worry, what if they don't leave? What if they're here for another 10, 15 years? Then what will I do? Next on my list is, oh my gosh, this is a good one. Your coworkers. Okay, how many of you have coworkers that whine and complain about literally everything? I would love to go into work one day and just tell them to shut the hell up. Stop whining, stop complaining. It's not always about you. Just do your job and shut up. But no, we can't do that in the workplace. Next on my list is, oh gosh, this is a good one. So we all know about road rage. And for the most part, we're trying to save our vehicles and also save ourselves from getting into accidents. But some days I feel like just taking my car and ramming into people. If you want to cut me off, I'll play the game too. And that's obviously irrational, but it would be so nice to just have an old vehicle that you paid like $200 for that's falling apart anyways, and just go out into the streets and start hitting people's cars that cut you off, people that are tailing you, just slam on the brakes. Obviously, I don't want to hurt anyone. That's not the point of this. The point is just to let out that rage and aggression. But that would be really fun. Just going out and letting people tail us and then smashing them with your car. Who else gets overwhelmed with all of the stuff they have in their house? We're not hoarders here, but I do save a lot of things. So I have a basement full of bins and baskets of things. And some days I just want to go down there and throw everything out, like everything. Not going to even look at what it is. I'm just going to get a bin dropped off at the driveway, and everything is going to go. Every single thing. But see, I'm also a very nostalgic person. and I save a lot of the kids' things. So I have this like connection to all of those things, but also your things weigh you down quite a bit. So some days I look around and I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to look at any of this stuff. I'm not going to see what it is. Everything is going, every last thing. So, you know, my daughter, she lived in Toronto for 2 years and we had an apartment for her there. It was about 450 square feet. It was very small. And she is a very minimalist person to begin with. And she had furniture there, but very few things. So I would go and stay with her from time to time. And I couldn't believe how free I felt when I was in her little 450 square foot apartment that had very little things. It just had the furniture, her clothes, like the necessities. And then I would come home here and it's just so smothering, you know? And I've been on this journey of not buying things, of trying to downsize, right? Purging, getting rid of things, and then not buying what's not needed. But still, when you look around your house, how much stuff you have, and this stuff is just weighing you down. So that's my mission also this year, is to try to purge and get rid of at least one thing a day. So then that's 365 things. So that's another thing. Some days I want to just throw it all out and have nothing in this house at all. Is your family like a pack of wolves whenever there's a meal prepared? It's like the wolves all race in and sit down and start eating. And I don't know about you, but I am sick and tired of cooking. I am tired. I didn't sign up to be the chef. I'm tired of cooking and preparing and planning every single meal in this house. And some days, which I mean, to me feels rude, but some days I want to just go about my business, make my own dinner, sit down, have my meal and say, screw you. You guys can just all figure things out yourself. But I feel like I'm too much of a giving parent, that I do everything for everyone. But everyone does have chores around here. And we had tried to implement this, you know, everyone's going to pitch in and cook a meal, but it just works out that everyone is so busy and the kids have different schedules. So it's always me doing the cooking. But some days I just want to say, screw you. You guys can fend for yourself. And I mean, if we're not all here, I do that. I won't always have a dinner prepared, but like, I just want to make my own dinner, worry about myself, go and sit down, have a glass of wine, and not worry about everybody else that's here. Go fend for yourself. How many of you have family that, you know, they come in and they leave their shoes wherever, or they hang their coat on the dining room chairs? That is my biggest pet peeve. I know it sounds petty and stupid, but it is. How many times have I said to hang up your coats? So I warned them that what I'm going to do next time is pick them up and I'm going to heave them out into the snowbank. And that's where you'll find your coats. So these are the crazy things that go through my mind. And it sounds mean. I don't act on these irrational thoughts, but I don't know. Like sometimes I just get tired of repeating myself. And I'm supposed to be the one that's having the issues with hormones and memory loss and brain fog. So yeah, I do not act on all of these irrational thoughts. You'll be happy to know. And this video was completely just meant for, you know, satire purposes, to bring a few laughs, because I know that we're all experiencing this for the most part. Most of us ladies in midlife going through perimenopause or in menopause. And I mean, all we can do is laugh at ourselves. All we can do is just do our best. And I think we need to delegate more to our families, because everyone in a home needs to have a job, and especially your kids, they need to have jobs. And we do have chores here in our house, so the kids do help out. But I think just in general, I think we start to really want to have some peace in our lives. We want freedom. We don't want all of these responsibilities. And I appreciate if you've watched and if any of this resonated with you and if you had a few chuckles out of this. I think I should start a series and start writing down all of these crazy irrational thoughts that come to mind and start sharing them with all of you, because I'm sure you've thought of them too. So if you do have anything to share, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to hear a good laugh out of how life is going for you in the middle of perimenopause. And I hope that if you haven't already subscribed, you will, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. And until next time, bye for now.